Okay, so update. So I'm finally swapping the newly purchased ECU kit for the manual 407 V6 Coupe 3.0 Peugeot. So and I've done all the programming, the configuration. For when I immediately mounted it, I confirmed yes, it's for the 407 V6 3.0 petrol ES9A 6-speed manual ECU kit. So it was removed from a 407 V6 Coupe. However, it was from a right-hand drive vehicle. Of course, this one is a factory left-hand drive vehicle. So I had to reconfigure all that. So change it to left-hand drive. Of course, do some other configurations that the vehicle has. Those specifications, features that some of the one they were removed from didn't have, and this one have, or the one that this one did not have, but the one they were removed from. So I just changed all the configurations, and so far so good. Now everything works, remote works. So let's try the first one. Okay, this is the remote control. So okay, by the way, one of the key works. So what happened was the second key, which I suspected might not work, I saw some super glue inside it. In fact, the panel was damaged, so I knew it was not working. One works, is remote control, everything works. For example, let's see. So this is the lock. So this is the lock. So let's see. So let's go and check out the boots. So yeah, remaining the alarm. I need to program the alarm. So you can see now it works. Yes, I need to press. You see? Unlike before, it wouldn't work, but now it works. So it works now. So that's sorted, and now the only thing remaining now. Okay, of course I've started the car. Let's see. So the car starts now. So what is remaining now is the check light. It's not, of course, it's no longer showing the automatic transmission issue. But for some reason, the check lights refused to go off, and when I checked the engine ECU, this is what came up. It said permanent fault, male lamp diagnostic reception on the can absence or data frames. So that's the check engine light. I don't know. For some reasons, maybe because of the wiring. It's most likely because of the automatic transmission wiring is different from the wiring harness on the vehicle, not just the ECU, is different from that of the what's it called, that of manual. So this one refused to go. So because of that, the check light also stays. So I saw one problem came back. So I don't know where this one is. It's because I don't know. Malfunction illumination lamp. Well, maybe I'll later look at it, because I don't think this has to do with setting or that. I don't know. So so what's remaining now is for me to take it for a drive. So I'll read up on this, see whether I can find out what this thing actually means. Maybe it's something like it has to do with programming. Because the other ECU didn't have this, which was for automatic. And now that I've swapped it a manual, this came up. So it most likely has to do with so okay, so I think next thing for me to do now is to there's one configuration I'll need to do regarding the alarm, so that the signal light will stop blinking, and then take it for the drive. and see what happens. Then deal with it. So okay, so how many things have been achieved? The key remote. At least, well, I wouldn't know if this one would drain battery, but I don't expect it to. So let's assume that it has been fixed. The what else? The boot is now working, so I can now open this boot either through the remote control, which works, or through the boot itself. So that one is sorted. And so the remaining, the check light, that which solved, the main issue, the constant problem. Okay, another issue that was solved, would I call it issue, because it was converted from auto to manual. For the fan to cooling fan, what I mean, the radiator engine cooling fan to work as factory design, I had to leave the automatic transmission ECU connected. I didn't remove it, so I had to keep it. Once you remove it, as long as the engine ECU is programmed for automatic transmission, the fan will start spinning constantly as if you bypass it to run constantly with ignition on. So what I now did was, so because I put the manual engine ECU, so the fan now works without the transmission ECU connected. So I removed the transmission ECU, so I solved that problem. What next? So I don't. So it actually, okay. Yeah, the check engine light maybe might not go because of this check engine light diagnostic fault. This shabby could be in the result as a result of the wiring different from the manual to automatic. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out later. So I've solved some issues have been dealt with. So I'll take it for a drive and update. Yeah, so update. As you can see, the engine is running, and so I went for a drive. You can see the oil temperature, engine oil temperature, coolant oil temperature. So I went for a drive, and before I embarked on the drive, I cleared. Remember the check engine light was on, so I cleared it the first time. It was showing that check engine light fault. I cleared it the first time, started the car. It went away when I started the car, then came back again, scanned it, showed the same fault. So I cleared it, disconnected the battery, plug it back, and so I'm back on the drive, started it, and I didn't come back. So I took it for you can see, 27-kilometer drive. It was on an expressway, and so not that your car anyway, it was kind of busy, but so I took it for a drive, did all the drive, the acceleration, everything was okay. I don't know, you could say still the okay, I don't want to say some, but initially it was as if it was quicker. Not necessarily quicker, the acceleration was much more responsive at a lower RPM in terms of the engine torque coming out at lower RPM. That's what I mean. So, but now it's standing, you just drove well, everything. So came back, and the check light is off for good, and scanned the car. It didn't show that check engine light again. So all throughout the drive, 27, almost 28-kilometer drive. So I don't know. I want to believe what happened was, remember, I disconnected the instrument panel. When I plug in, I swap in this foreign used or recently purchased ECU kit, the current one running on the car now. So I disconnected the instrument panel, started the car. The reason why I do that is it helps not to crash the mileage. If you leave the instrument panel and connect it, sometimes immediately to crash it and might start giving you 9999, all those things. So I disconnected it, plug in this. I removed the old ECU kit, swapping the current one, the purchased one, then started the car. you know. But of course, before I started the car, I plugged in my PP2000, checked, and it confirmed that the ECU was exactly for the manual version. So I started the car, engine ran for like a minute, switch it off before I now pack the instrument panel. So I think what happened was, because the engine ECU is supposed to work with the check light. Remember, it's ECU, if there's a fault, it will trigger the check light. So for some reason, it's possible that was why it kept bringing up that the check light. Because even before I started the car, when I put on my PP2000 to check the configuration, which engine, which transmission the ECU is meant for, I cleared there were a lot of faults on the ECU that I purchased. So I cleared it and then switch on start. Well, immediately did I start the car, or I think I started the car first also, or before I started the car, I cleared the faults. Immediately the check light came back. That MIL came in immediately and stayed until then. So I believe that was what crashed it, because the ECU, the instrument panel was disconnected and the ECU was connected. So it crashed. It kind of made it stay permanent, that it wasn't seeing the check light. So now that the ECU have kind of adapted and relearned itself, it's no longer, the fault has gone. So hopefully it stays like that. So I mean, yeah. So my observation, of course, you can see the mileage. Remember, it was showing 108,000. I think it was 108,000 something kilometers, the mileage. But when I did was, so he added like 60 something thousand kilometers to it. So at least I'm happy that I didn't crash it that bad, because most times you give you like 1 million kilometers, 900 and something thousand kilometers per hour. So in this case, it only added 70 something. Like I said, I don't really care about the mileage, because I know from day one that when I got the car that the mileage was not the accurate one. So I think going forward now, I'll just start using this mileage to count, even though it's not the correct one. So every other thing, there's something else I observed too. Hold on. So okay. So now, of course, this still works. So now, ever since I got this car, this light has never worked. This boot light. So I kept wondering, maybe it could be the bulb. But I was like, it's not that important. So I didn't bother to even pull out the bulb to check whether the bulb is okay or not. So I didn't know that all that BSI, the problem that it has with this switch, also was affecting. That was the reason why this bulb refused to work. So as it is, so a lot of issues have been resolved by changing the BSI, this complete kit. Even though the intention wasn't even to solve all this, I didn't even know that. I was thinking it was the bulb, but yeah, it is. The problem is solved already. So any other thing, everything is working anyway. So I don't think I have anything to. The horn, the wiper, the lights, they all work. The horn works, signal light, so the display works and the rest. So I think everything, the mirror, the windows. So this one was. Then the external mirror. So okay. So This is the person calling, distracting. So I think I'm going to call it a day now, and I would say it was a good investment. So it was a good investment, and I mean, it really solved my problem that I wasn't even. Well, it wasn't even on the things I thought it was going to solve. So the key issue solved. Engine ECU now factory manual V6 6-speed. BSI unit solved. BSI unit solved. That's the boot. Yeah, BSI unit. Remember, this one was repaired. In fact, like I said, I don't know what really happened. But all I know that I opened it and saw that there was a repair done on it, which most likely the other guy that did it, opened it, was telling me that it most likely was changed, was replaced. But it could also be that it wasn't replaced, that it was repaired or whatever. So that one I sorted it out. The boot is working. The boot light's working. I mean, so many things. So yeah. So I'm able now. So as it is now, I have 2 ECUs. So because this one is still okay, I'll keep it as spare. The one that I bought the car with. Only that the boot can only work with the remote control, and the key is draining battery every 2 weeks. So in other words, it's going to be a spare. So a spare is not meant to be like as good as the main one. So I'm going to keep it. So this current one, it means I have to get a spare one. So I'll work on that. I don't necessarily need the spare to be a remote control. I'll just get another key, program it, and that's it. Okay, so wow. So that's it. That's the ES9A rumbling. That's roaring. I love this sound. Okay, so yeah, I'm enjoying my music, guys. Who is this person? He keep calling somebody. I keep rejecting it. This is like 4th time. I mean, some people don't really have manners. You call somebody, person keep rejecting your call up to 5 times, and you keep calling. I mean, if I were you should have some respect. Man. Okay, so that's it for today. Alright.